Hey, what's up guys, John here. You see this construction project? This project just got foreclosed on. This is gonna be home to another high rise in Miami. You can even see the weeds growing out through the rock. This is now a common trend throughout the entire city. Builders, investors, speculators, and developers are giving the keys back to the lender. They've had enough, they can't hold on.
Home foreclosures in the U.S. are on the rise.
The nation is seeing a spike in foreclosures.
The rise of home foreclosures is placing a dark cloud over these top 5 states.
This is just a 1-block radius. See this construction project behind me? You see this crane? You see this other project right there? This looks abandoned, for sale. Across the street, for sale. But it's also under construction. Why would they sell the property if they weren't in financial hardship before construction is complete? Another one down the road, for sale. Another project, for lease, for lease. This is everywhere throughout the entire city. If you drive 95 and you pass Miami on the left, what you will see is the entire skyline littered with cranes. In 2023, 17,000 apartments finished construction inside of Miami. In 2024, there's 22,700 apartments that are still in the construction process, meaning 39,700 apartments just over the last 17, 18 months. That is significant. When you look at 2007, before the peak of the bubble, before the big crash, there were only 20,000 apartments under construction. You're talking 2 times that figure right now, just over the last 17, 18 months. Not taking into consideration the amount of inventory that was built on the back of very low interest rates in 2021 and 2022 that will soon have to be refinanced. What's very unique and interesting this time around is that in 2021, in 2020, and 2022, that period, you had 1,000 people a day moving to Miami, moving to Florida, wanted a piece of Florida. Everybody wanted to be here.
Florida is booming, attracting more new residents from across the country than any other state in America.
New reports show that almost 1,000 people are moving to Florida every day.
Now the population of Miami is declining. And so with it goes the demand for brand new construction apartments. Now investors and developers are dropping rents on average of $300 per month to attract a tenant. If you have an apartment building like this and you're building 200 apartments and you have to drop your rent $300 across every single door in that entire build, is that a problem? The answer, yes, especially as taxes and insurance are going through the roof. Now what's going to be very interesting and unique this time around is going to be how this entire shoe drops, how this domino continues to fall. Because what I believe is going to happen is I believe new investors and speculators are going to come in and buy up the distress, the Blackstones of the world, the really big prominent investment firms. And they're going to buy these deals at a much lower cost basis. Think about it. If they can go buy this deal at 50 cents or 60 cents on the dollar, they will, and the lender is going to have no choice but to sell it to the highest bidder. And so when they buy these deals, as these people go broke, they're going to be able to reduce rents, and they're going to be able to push more pressure and more pain to these builders. These other builders, think about it, Blackstone owned this deal and they're renting the units for $2,000 or $2,200, and the builder over here needs to rent it for $3,000 a door to fill. What would happen? Blackstone would likely keep this at $2,000 a month to maybe $2,200 for a year or two to bleed out this guy. Then this person would bleed out and they'd be able to acquire that property. Then they can increase rents on both of them. And so what is going to happen going forward is going to be the consolidation of land, real estate, and assets throughout the entire city of Miami. In this video, I'm going to give you a full tour of exactly what's going on to help you and position you for what I believe is going to be the greatest wealth transfer in American history. Please hit the like button. YouTube will share this content, educate more people about what's really going on in America's economy and housing market. A condominium owner inside of this complex called Williams Island, just north of Miami Beach, was just hit with a $224,000 assessment. On top of that, his HOA went from $1,500 a month to $3,000 a month.
A 79-year-old condo owner in Aventura is already on the hook for a $224,000 assessment fee, which he can't afford.
Where are we going to go? How are we going to get out of here?
NBC, MSN, every mainstream media outlet, Yahoo News, covering this story. He is going broke. And it's not him alone. He's with a lot of other people inside of Florida, a lot of retirees, a lot of people on fixed incomes that own condominiums that can't keep up with the assessments, they can't keep up with the rising HOA and the rising cost of living. You see this property behind me, the Gateway at Wynwood. This is tailor-made for founders, tech companies, entrepreneurs, business owners to come here and work during this pandemic boom in 2021. Now what's happening is they're in foreclosure. The lender is foreclosing on a $102 million loan. And why is this? Well, companies are looking to cut costs and they are slashing office space. And now many of these employees are working from home. This work from home trend is now permanent, and this office market is getting destroyed alongside multifamily at the same exact time. You see this mega estate behind me? It's 7,500 square feet in a pristine pocket of Miami, an area where everyone wants to be. Very close walking distance to all the shops. They initially listed this property for $14,995,000 at the height of the market. They've done a series of price reductions and brought the price all the way down to $6.5 million. That's right, $8.5 million worth of price reductions, and they still can't unload this property. Why? It's because everything is for sale. Even the land next door is for sale in Miami. And home sellers are now panicking. How much do you think this house is listed for sale right now with the bars on the window on a busy, busy street? The answer? $1,195,000. A lot of sellers right now believe that it's 2022, 2023. What we're starting to see is homes are sitting on the market 6 months, 9 months, a year, hoping that this housing market's going to turn around. The answer, it's not. If you were to put $239,000 down, which is 20% down on this purchase price, with the insurance rates where they are in this specific pocket of Miami, the monthly payment will be $8,400 every single month for 30 years. You can rent an apartment with all this inventory for $3,000, $3,500, a nice place. What would you do? What do you think home buyers are going to do? You think they're going to opt in for paying 3 times more every single month over the next 30 years? Or are they going to rent at a discounted rate? You see that house behind me? It's listed right now for sale for $1,250,000. They started 8 months ago at $1,550,000. They've reduced the price 9 times. The owner of this property bought at the height of the market. They spent a fortune trying to fix this place up. They paid over $1 million for it. It looks like they are going to lose a ton of money on this deal. And they're not alone. Many property owners are feeling the pain in Miami, because why would a home buyer pay 10 grand a month to live here when they could rent a house in the same neighborhood for 5 grand a month, have the flexibility, be able to invest that down payment? Who wants to put $250,000 down on a house right now when everybody knows with all the job layoffs, with everything unfolding in the economy, that there's likely going to be a huge buyer's market in the very, very near future? Home sellers know it, and home buyers are starting to realize this every single day. More and more buyers are getting more hesitant, and they're canceling contracts. That's why 56,000 contracts were canceled by home buyers in the month of June alone throughout the state of Florida. One block down from the house that was initially listed for $14.9 million, reduced to $6.5 million, are 1, 2, 3 projects all under construction that will likely come up for sale. And then in the front yard, you have 2 other skyscrapers that are going to be developed. And then behind that, you have another building under construction right now. See that beautiful building right there? The owner acquired a unit in that building in 2015 for $2,250,000. It's been on the market for the last 3 years. They initially started at $3.6 million. They've reduced the price many times all the way down to $2,950,000. That's right, $650,000 worth of price reductions. They're still unable to find a buyer. You have to ask yourself why. Well, the answer is there's so much inventory everywhere. I mean, look at this, for example. Right there, they're building another building. And then we drive 1 block and you'll see another 1,000 condos and apartments that are being developed or that are already finished that are coming to market. Make a left right here. You know, everything is new here, everything. Make a left right here. Right to the right, that's all going to be under construction. And those units are starting for $850,000, or $800,000 rather. This is all under construction. Still all under construction, all those units. And this is the building. Look at this. Or this is the development site. 1 to 4 bedroom residences starting at from the $800K range. Here's another angle of this building, just how big this property is. Directly next door, that property is under construction. You look straight down the street, this property just finished construction, all for lease now. Miami is one of the most beautiful places in all of America. It's conveniently located. You could fly to Europe quickly. You could go to New York City, quick 2-hour flight. You had no taxes, great food, beautiful people, great weather most of the year. You have everything. Everything is in Miami. I would argue it's probably the best spot in all of America to live. But the thing is it really worth buying a house here at these prices? The answer is probably not. Is it better to rent? Definitely. Are these developers and builders and investors who speculated on 10, 20, 30, 40% annual rent growth in trouble? Definitely. We're going to see a lot of consolidation of real estate and wealth. We're going to see a lot of businesses go under, and we're going to see a lot of change inside of Miami. But inside of change comes opportunity. So if you're a business owner, an entrepreneur, real estate investor, you want to be, pay very close attention to what's unfolding in Miami. There's no place like it. I mean, look, you go to the beach here, and then in the same parking lot, you can go to a pump track, ride your bike, go to a skate park, ride your skateboard. It's a great place for families. I mean, Miami's got it all. So, I love Miami, but at the same time, there's no denying there's a world of problems coming directly for it. What do you think about this entire situation? Let's have a conversation about this below. If you'd like to fix your credit, we'd love to help you at my company, GreatCreditFast.com. That's GreatCreditFast.com. If you have late payments, medical bills, charge-offs, foreclosures, bankruptcies, repossessions, or any negative item on your credit report, go to GreatCreditFast.com, click the link in the description just below this video, schedule a free call for tomorrow. Catch you next video.